Hi, Jackson.
How are you?
I'm good. Please be seated. No, I'm fine. Are we ready?
I am ready.
Everybody here? Call to order the May 4th Executive Committee public hearing. Patrick, you want to call roll, please?
Sure. My name's Patrick Jones. I'm covering for Eric Burns tonight. But I will go ahead and call the roll. Larry Leverins.
Here.
Jackson Bogan.
Present.
Jerry Reynolds. Up here. Tom Murtaugh.
Present.
Greg Jones. Present. And Kathy Parker.
Here.
You missed Gary.
Here.
Oh, Gary Schroeder. Sorry.
That's okay. Here.
Okay, first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes.
I move to approve the minutes from the April 6th, 2022 public hearing as submitted.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. New business.
Oh, yes. We have a minor sketch up there that is being continued. Petitioner for S5068, Pierce Law Minor Subdivision Minor Sketch, has requested continuance to June 1 so they can get their soil work done.
Okay, thank you. All right, let me read the procedures here. For those of you unfamiliar with our procedures, the Commission would like you to know the following. When we hear a request to subdivide land, we're only concerned as to whether the actual drawing showing the division into lots meets the technical requirements of our ordinance. The question of appropriateness has already been determined. Anyone wishing to make comments or provide us with information regarding any subdivision petitions will be given the opportunity to do so. We are a 7-member body, and a majority of 7 is 4. Regardless of how many commissioners are actually present, at least 4 votes in favor or 4 votes against are required for our action to be official. If fewer than 4 of us agree to either approve or disapprove an action, that case must be heard again next month. Our vote on a request to subdivide is final. When addressing the Commission, please state your name and address for the record. Please limit your statements to no more than 5 minutes, and we ask that you not repeat what others before you have already said. Cell phones must be turned off while the meeting is in session. If you need to make a call, please step out of the room before using your phone. All exhibits presented to the Commission become the property of the Commission.
I move that the reincorporated in the public hearing portion of each application to be heard this evening and become part of the evidence at such hearing, the Unified Zoning Ordinance, Unified Subdivision Ordinance, a comprehensive plan, the bylaws of the Area Plan Commission, the application, and all documents filed therewith, the staff report and recommendations on the application to be heard this evening, and responses from checkpoint agencies.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I move to continue S5068, Pierce Law Minor Subdivision Minor Sketch, be continued to the June 1st, 2022 Executive Committee public hearing at petitioner's request to obtain necessary soil work.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Subdivisions.
I move to hear and vote on S5065, Starrett Acres Minor Sketch.
Oh, I second.
Kathy.
That was a close one.
Sorry, I was reading this part at the top. Got distracted.
Okay, petitioner's property is located on the north side of State Road 225. It is zoned R1, sort of a strangely shaped parent tract. It's, if I can get this to move here, goes all the way up here, and then it comes down here like this. So a portion of the parent tract is zoned A, and a part of it's R1. There is an existing, I don't know if it's a mobile home or a house over here on this tract. So they are dividing this piece off right here. Here's a look at the aerial photograph and a closer look. Here's a look at the sketch plan. They are planning an easement right here, ingress-egress easement, so the house located here would use the driveway that's existing right here. There's really not too much to talk about with this one. There are 4 conditions of approval, and we are recommending conditional primary approval.
Thank you, Kathy. Does the petitioner or their representative wish to make a presentation?
Todd Starr, Starr Associates, 215 Alabama Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47901. Don't have a whole lot to add, just here to answer questions that you may have.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Starr.
Thank you.
Does any member of the audience wish to comment on this petition? Any comments or questions from the commission? You have a white ballot, please.
We have 5 votes for approval, conditional approval.
Thank you, Ryan.
I move to hear and vote on S 5067 Grace Woods Estate, a replat of lots 3 and 4, minor sketch.
I second.
Kathy.
Hello? Okay. Petitioner's property is located on the north side of 900 North, just west of State Road 43. This is the Grace Woods Rural Estate subdivision. It was approved, a couple of years ago, I think. So the street, oh, goodness. That was touchy. Okay. As you can see, the streets are already in, but I don't believe there are any houses yet under construction in any of the development. So we're only talking about lots 3 and 4. Here's a look at the aerial photograph. You can see it's heavily wooded. And a closer look. So basically, all they're doing is taking 2 existing lots, probably the smallest 2 lots in that development, and turning it into a single lot. So they're just eliminating that lot line that goes between the 2 lots. All right. There are 4 conditions of approval, and we are recommending conditional primary approval.
Thank you, Kathy. Does the petitioner or their representative wish to make a presentation?
Good afternoon, I'm James Hall with Vester & Associates located at 309 Columbia Street here in Lafayette. We have no additional comments on this project. We appreciate your approval and will entertain any questions you have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hall.
Actually, I do have one question. So it's just curiosity. Is this a matter of not having enough building site with the floodplain issue, or?
The homeowners that are buying the lots are doing a really wide, big ranch, and those were my 2 smallest lots, so they
Could we
wanted to
get-
keep a buffer between them.
Okay. If you have any other comments, just up to the microphone so we have a record. Okay?
Thank you.
Mr. President,
Yes.
well, we need his name and address for the record.
Okay. Kathy, you got it? Thank you. Any member of the audience wish to comment on this petition? Any comments or other questions from the committee? You were out of order, but You do have seniority here. Hearing none, you have another white ballot. Yeah.
So when I figure out more, maybe he'll explain it, but if not. Additional approval.
Thanks, Ryan.
I move that UZO Amendment Number 103A be placed on the May 18th, 2022 Area Plan Commission public hearing agenda.
I second.
Does someone want to comment on that?
If you want to say
Or do we have
questions.
any questions?
I have a question.
Gary?
I just wondered if you could explain the procedure, time frame on that particular issue?
Right, the Plan Commission voted on a proposed ordinance amendment at the last Plan Commission meeting, and then that went via state code to the legislative bodies, to the commissioners, and to the city councils for both Lafayette and West Lafayette. Commissioners and Lafayette have heard it, and they have voted to amend it, which sends it back to the Plan Commission, so it'll be on the next Plan Commission docket. West Lafayette tabled it until they heard from Lafayette, and I think their intention, although they have not yet acted on it, is to send it back as well to the Plan Commission. But so far, the two legislative bodies that have heard it, sent it back, are Lafayette and the commissioners. That's why it's on the agenda.
So it's on the agenda. Is there a time frame for us to respond?
Yes, I believe it's 45 days.
I'd have to confirm that with state code, but yeah, there is a state code requirement to turn that around. So that's why we just get it on the agenda immediately, make a recommendation and send it back.
So what are our options on the Plan Commission?
The legislative bodies send it back with a written report on why they've made the decision that they've made. And the Plan Commission can respond, but because this was initiated by one of the cities, one of the municipalities, once it goes back to the legislative bodies, they have the final say on what ultimately gets approved. So it's a chance for the Plan Commission to understand why the legislative body wants an amendment. They can provide further comments, but the ultimate say is in the hands of the legislative bodies.
When that comes back to APC, does it come to ordinance, or does it go straight to the APC?
Well, it
full
goes to the APC. The ordinance committee just exists as a minor footnote in the bylaws. So the APC can send it to ordinance committee, or it can keep it and make its decisions here, as long as it does something with it within 45 days. And I need to check on that. It's either 45 or 60. The state code has a couple different time frames for these things, and I'll let you know what that is, but it's either 45 or 60 days. So it's up to the APC if the APC handles it or involves its ordinance committee or what have you.
Okay, I was just thinking it may have been 30 days, but when I was reading that some time ago, it might have been another particular issue that had that 30-day time frame. So what happens to the other jurisdictions that haven't responded?
Well, Battleground meets Monday night. We haven't heard back from Clarksville, haven't heard back from Dayton. And so this is, we'll check with Eric. This is the first time that this particular path has been traveled. So we'll have to check with Eric to find out, and we'll let you know that too.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. UZO Amendment 104.
I'm sorry. I move that UZO Amendment Number 104 be placed on the May 18th, 2022 Area Plan Commission public hearing agenda.
I second.
Any questions or comments there? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Subdivision.
I move the following subdivision be placed on the May 18th, 2022 Area Plan Commission public hearing agenda at petitioner's request. Placement thereon being without reference to compliance or noncompliance with the subdivision ordinance. That'd be S 5071 Wiggins Farm subdivision, major preliminary.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I move that the following rezoning petitions be placed on the May 18th, 2022 Area Plan Commission public hearing agenda. Z 2856 BET Rentals LLC, R1 to GB. Z 2857 BET Rentals LLC, I3 to GB. Z 2858 Patrick O'Neill and Melinda O'Neill, R3W to R4W, and Z 2859 Jasmine Jones, NBU to R1U.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of the May ABZA public hearing agenda.
I gotta find my page here. I move that we approve.
No.
We don't have anything, so, yeah, do we? Okay, here we go. I'm with it now, thank you. I move the following petitions be placed on the May 25th, 2022 Area Board of Zoning Appeals public hearing agenda. That's BZA 2077, John Spalding, and BZA 2078, David Thomas Isley.
I second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I move the following request for variance from Unified Zoning Ordinance is not a request for use variance prohibited from consideration by ordinance and statute. And that's case 2022-13, Treese Metals LLC by David Gillum.
All, I'm sorry. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 I move,
Review and approval of the April budget.
I move we approve the April 2022 budget report as submitted.
I second.
Thank you. The budget report is the last page of your packet. Don't have anything particular to call out, but would be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Any other business?
One more question to follow up. When you said you'd let us know, will that be before the meeting?
Yeah, we'll get that stuff straight in email.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I'm assuming no public comments.
Steve's not even here.
I know.